Good morning, I hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm going to be removing the carburetors. I'm taking out the chokes and removing the choke lever. I don't feel like I need the choke on this bike, but we'll see. I also have another pair of carburetors that I'd like to try with this bike, just to see if they help in any way with performance and idling. These are pre-monoblock carburetors. On this side, on the rear cylinder, we have a top feed to the float bowl. And then here on the front cylinder, we have the pre-monoblock carburetor with a bottom feed float bowl. I seem to remember from building the bike that these were not specifically for the Rapide, these carburetors. I think one was for a Black Shadow and one was for a Comet. So the replacement carburetors are specifically for a Rapide. So it should be interesting to see if there's any notable difference. Here's the choke or the air lever at the handlebars. So I'm going to remove this, remove the cable, take it all the way down to the carburetors and actually blank off here this rear inlet for the choke cable and then all the slide mechanism that's inside the carburetor. I do like these K&N air filters. They look the part with the Vincent. I like it, sort of the fins here match the fins of the barrels. But I do have something else in mind as well that comes with the other set of carburetors. Alright, we'll get started. We'll just start by removing the cap from both carburetors. And then it's just a simple matter of unscrewing this 1/8 of an inch Whitworth screw that retains the carburetor on this clamp to the manifold. Just going to start by removing this little security retaining pin. And the clip. Pull the needle out. I'll inspect that because it doesn't look straight. We'll see. And then we just compress this spring. Move the nipple over to the edge. It comes out at like 45 degrees and then the whole thing comes out. Okay. And same again on the other side. Start by straightening out the pin and pulling it out. I'll replace those. Then the clip. The needle. Compress the spring. Move the cable over. It pops out and the spring went flying, but I can see it, thankfully. Remove the choke mechanism. Again, grab the end of that cable and insert it into that slot I should say. Just kind of drag it down. Spring, tube and cap. I love the clean look without all the cables. I'm going to work on the throttle cable and the decompression cable and also the choke cable and see if I can reroute those as they're supposed to be routed per the handbook. These are the two carburetors that my friend Ted gave me. They're in really nice condition. I think they're almost new. He did have them on his bike for a little while and he's tinkered around with them a little bit, so I'm just going to take them apart. Inspect everything, make sure the jet sizes are all correct, that the needle's in the right position and so forth. And then I'm going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner just to give them a thorough cleaning. As you can see, Ted's already removed the choke mechanism for his carbs. He's blanked them off. It's not the most attractive job, but it's fine there. Same here as well. I'm not sure what he's used, some kind of a screw and maybe rounded it off, but we'll see how that works. It's fine just as a test. So once they've come out of the cleaner, I'll reassemble them, put them back on the bike, and then we'll try and see if these run any better than my existing carburetors. Just add the float back in now into the bowl. And I'll tighten this up when the carburetor's back on the bike. The length of the fuel pipe will determine the position of this float bowl. One last job I usually like to do is just polish these throttle valves before I reinstall the carburetor. I just want to make sure that they're as clean and shiny and as polished as I can get them so that they slide really well. this a wash as well. Ooh, shiny. Great, that's the carburetors reassembled and ready to refit on the bike. Well, as you saw, the front carburetor went onto the adapter without any problem. It was a little tight, but it was okay. However, the rear carburetor will not go onto the rear adapter. Here's the front adapter, and here's the rear adapter. You can see they've got a different profile. This one's alloy for the front, it's a spare one I've got, and this one is the rear adapter. It's actually made of brass, and the carb won't go round it. This is 1 1/8 inch, and it needs to be 1 1/16 of an inch. Luckily, I have a spare adapter that I got from Ted. This is an alloy adapter, but it's a little rough. He's drilled a hole there, no doubt, to balance the carbs at some point, but I'll clean this up and see if it's something that I can use. I actually think this float chamber is the wrong model. You see that arm there? It's not long enough. It's catching there on the throttle stop. I do have another one that might work. Well, the old one, I guess. I'll see how this works first of all. Because it should sit out like 90 degrees from the bike. It can't go there, and when it's over here, that's in the way on the other side, and it catches here on the edge of the carburetor. So we'll see how this plays out. Well, it's a bit of a tight fit, but I'm going to put the float chamber on this side for now, so that I can reach the air screw, the throttle stop. It's a little tight in there, and the reason I'm a bit concerned is because I've got these here, which I really like. These are the air intake, gauze air intake. The K&N filters are too big off the old carburetors. They won't fit, they're much, much bigger. But I do like these. I'm going to see how these go. And they look a little something like that, which I think is a really cool look. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I'm just going to put the caps back on for now. I'll fit the throttle valves later, as I've got some thoughts on what I'm going to do with the throttle cables, and that's going to be another video. All right, thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves. See ya.